You're sitting in your car on a cul-de-sac in the suburbs. It's 5:47 p.m. on a Saturday. A split-level ranch sits behind you with a for sale sign in the yard. Your name on it, too small to read from the street. On the passenger seat, printed comparable sales, a lockbox key, and a half-eaten gas station sandwich. The open house ended 20 minutes ago. One couple came in. They took a cookie and left. Your phone has 0 missed calls, but this is where it starts. From driving strangers around suburbs in your own car to owning 4,000 apartment units across 3 states, your name on the buildings, city council members returning your calls. This is every level. You are now a new agent. Your income in year 1 is $9,000. You spent $2,000 on your license, MLS fees, lockbox key, and realtor association dues before you earned a cent. You joined a brokerage, Keller Williams, Remax, Coldwell Banker, and they gave you a desk, a phone, and 0 clients. Your brokerage takes 40% of every commission. Your day? Cold calling expired listings, door knocking FSBOs, sitting open houses for other agents' listings, hoping a buyer walks in. You spend more on gas than you make. You call 100 people a day. 95 hang up. 4 are rude. 1 says maybe. You follow up on the maybe. They don't answer. 87% of new agents fail within 5 years. Right now, you understand why. They call you a producing agent now. Your gross commission income is $75,000. You close 10 deals a year. You have survived year 1, which puts you ahead of most. You have a small sphere of influence, past clients, friends, family referrals. Your brokerage split is now 70-30 in your favor. You carry 2 phones, drive a car that looks expensive enough to inspire confidence, and you know every active listing in your zip code. Your CRM has 500 contacts. You send monthly market updates. Nobody reads them. A deal you've worked for 3 months dies at the appraisal. The house appraised $40,000 under contract price. The buyer won't cover the gap. The seller won't lower the price. 3 months of showings, negotiations, inspections, and paperwork. Gone. Your commission? 0. Your rent is due in 9 days. The market knows your name. Your gross commission income is $350,000. You close 40 deals a year. You're in the top 5% of agents in your market. Your face is on bus benches, shopping carts, and Instagram. Sellers call you. You get referrals without asking. Your brokerage split is 90-10, or you're on a cap system. You keep everything after paying $25,000 annually. You have a full-time assistant and a transaction coordinator. You sell $25 million in volume every year. You're at your daughter's school recital. Your phone vibrates. A $1.2 million listing client wants to accept an offer tonight, or they're going with another agent. You step into the hallway. You make the call. You close the deal. Your commission? $36,000. You walk back in. The recital is over. Your daughter doesn't mention it. That's worse than if she'd been angry. You stopped selling and started building a machine. Your income is $700,000. You've built a team of 12 agents who work under your brand. You provide leads, systems, and training. You take an override on every deal they close, 25 to 50% of their commission. Your income is now partially passive. You manage a P&L, run payroll, handle compliance, and recruit constantly. Your team sells $100 million in annual volume. You opened your own brokerage. Your name is on the door. Your top producing agent, 40% of your team's volume tells you she's leaving to start her own team. She's taking her clients. You have 30 days to replace 40 million in annual sales. You start recruiting that afternoon. This is the business behind the business. Welcome to commercial. Your income is $1.2 million. You've crossed from residential into commercial. Office buildings, retail centers, industrial warehouses, multifamily apartment complexes. Deal sizes jump from $500,000 to $20 million. Commission structures shift. You earn 1 to 3% on a deal, but a single transaction pays $200,000 to $600,000. You close 4 deals a year. You work with institutional buyers, REITs, private equity firms, family offices. Your tools are CoStar and Argus. You speak in cap rates, NOI, and IRR. You're brokering the sale of a 200-unit apartment complex. The buyer's financing falls through 10 days before closing. You have 72 hours to find a replacement lender, or the deal dies and you lose a $450,000 commission. You make 40 calls in one night. You find a bridge lender at 11 p.m. on a Thursday. Now you build what other people sell. Your income is $4 million on your current project. You don't sell properties anymore. You create them. You buy land, secure entitlements, hire architects and general contractors, and build. A single project, 200 apartment units, takes 3 years and $85 million in capital. You put up 15% equity and finance the rest through construction loans and investor capital. Your profit is the spread between total cost and stabilized value. You're 14 months into construction. Steel costs have jumped 22% since your pro forma. Your construction lender is threatening to pull the line of credit. You need an additional $4 million in equity. You spend 3 weeks calling every investor you know. You find it. Your projected margin just shrunk from 18% to 11%. You keep building. You don't have a choice. You can't sell half a building. The title is Fund Manager. Your income is $12 million. Management fees plus carried interest. You manage a real estate private equity fund with $350 million in committed capital from pension funds, endowments, and family offices. You charge a 1.5% management fee and take 20% of profits above an 8% preferred return. You have a team of 20. You deploy capital across multiple projects and markets. You're not building anymore. You're allocating. Your investors include a state pension fund managing retirement money for 200,000 public employees. You deploy $50 million into a mixed-use project. Interest rates spike. Your exit assumptions no longer work. You restructure the deal at 3 a.m., extending the hold period by 2 years. You write a letter to your LPs explaining why their distributions will be delayed. Their retirement money. Their future. Your signature at the bottom. They don't call you anything anymore. Your annual income is north of $200 million. Portfolio income, appreciation, and fund returns combined. You own or control $8 billion in real estate across 3 continents. Your name is a brand. You develop skyscrapers and own entire neighborhoods. City officials seek your input on zoning changes before they propose them. You employ 4,000 people across office towers, luxury residential, retail, industrial, and hospitality. You stand on the 60th floor of a building that didn't exist 3 years ago. Below you, a neighborhood that was warehouses and parking lots is now a planned community. Restaurants, parks, residences, offices. 8,000 people will live here because you imagined it. Your name is on the cornerstone. You're 67. You look out at the skyline and count 4 other buildings you own. You wonder who will run this after you're gone. 8 levels, 1 industry. At the bottom, you're sitting in an empty open house praying someone walks in. At the top, you're standing on the 60th floor of a building you put there. The new agent in the split-level ranch thinks the top is where the pressure stops. It doesn't. The developer can't sleep because steel prices move overnight. The fund manager carries 200,000 retirements on his signature. The mogul built a skyline and now wonders who inherits it. Real estate is the only industry where the product is the ground you stand on, and at every level, the ground shifts. If you made it this far, you just climbed every level of one of the oldest wealth-building machines on the planet. If you want to see what it looks like inside hedge funds, crypto, or big tech, subscribe. We go inside the machine every week.